This week we have the Sun, ruler of our consciousness, moving into the sign of Capricorn. All of this, an empowered moment and more in my new intuitive energy forecast for the week of Monday, December 16th through Sunday, December 22nd, 2024. Stay tuned. This is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from Sacred Soul Empowerment, here to do your intuitive energy forecast for the week. For this week, we will be using the Animal Wise Tarot deck by Ted Andrews. This is going to be the main message for everyone. Your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Earth Magic Oracle deck by Stephen Farmer. So before we get into the astrology for the week, or even your stones of choice for that special message card a little bit later, let's go ahead, close our eyes, relax our bodies, clear our minds, and do an empowered moment. So as you close your eyes and take a deep breath, exhale and release all that your body, mind, and soul no longer needs. Make sure that your feet are flat on the floor or the ground if that's possible. Making sure that your legs and your arms are uncrossed so that the energy flows freely. Focus on your breath as you breathe in and exhale out. Visualizing beautiful golden white light all around you. This is the golden white light of unconditional love, compassion, healing, guidance, protection. This is the golden white light of God, Source Energy, Universe, Great Spirit, all that is. Taking a deep conscious breath, breathing in that golden white light of peace and healing into every cell of your body. As you exhale, letting your body relax even more. And focus your attention now on going inward. Going inward, deep within the essence of your soul. As we approach the winter solstice this week, a time in the northern hemisphere where we have the longest night of the year. And this is metaphoric of this time of going within, deep into the essence of our soul, into the silence, connecting with the deep inner wisdom and knowledge within ourselves, connecting with our truth, connecting with our beingness. It is a time of quiet self-reflection and solitude. So as you tune into the deepest essence of your soul right now, what does the still and quiet voice within you wish to share? What does your sacred soul self wish to express to you? What message of guidance does your inner soul self have for you? Hear that message. Feel the energy behind it. ask for clarification if needed. And knowing that you can go within in the future, connecting to the still, quiet, yet powerful voice within you to receive further messages. For at this time, it is time to come back. So take a deep breath in, thanking your inner soul self for any message or information that you received. As you exhale and in your own time, you can open your eyes and return to this time and place and space. So now let's get ready to look at our stones of choice for that special message card a little bit later. The first stone of choice is picture jasper. So the picture jasper helps to dissolve anxieties, helps to soothe stress, alleviates our fears, and it provides a grounding and a sense of harmonizing for our being. And it's known as the supreme nurturer. The second stone of choice is Ocos jasper. Hopefully I'm saying that right. It's OCOS. It's a geode. Actually, it's not jasper. It's a geode. So Ocos geode. Sorry about that. This one opens and balances our root chakra and our sacral chakra. Our root chakra is our sense of security and stability. Our sacral chakra is our chakra of creative self-expression. This helps to promote also stability and grounding, and it harmonizes the yin and yang energy. Okay, and then our last stone of choice, this one's another jasper. This one is known as leopard skin jasper. The leopard skin jasper helps to stabilize our emotions. It provides a sense of calm. It's also an energetic shield against negative influences. This one also has an energy of stress relief to it, and it gives us a sense of inner strength. So again, your stones of choice are the picture jasper. This is what it looks like on the other side. The Ocos geode. This is what it looks like on the other side. And the last stone of choice is the leopard skin jasper. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the astrology for the week. We start out on Wednesday, December 18th, with the sun at this moment still in Sagittarius. Now the sun rules how we're shining our light currently. It rules our ego. It rules our self-expression, our consciousness. And it right now is in fire sign Sagittarius. Inspiration, freedom, liberation. And it is in a challenging connection to Neptune, ruler of the spiritual realm, who is currently in its home sign of Pisces. Just recently went back to direct motion in Pisces. So Neptune can rule illusion, delusion, confusion. It can also rule spiritual inspiration and miracles and connection to our angels and guides. This is a challenging aspect, though, between the sun and Neptune. It's in a square. So because the sun rules who we are, that sense of, again, our self-expression, this can bring in some confusion as to who we are, what we're supposed to be projecting out in the world, what we're supposed to be doing. It can just cause a lot of that disillusionment or, again, this lack of knowing, with that Neptunian influence. So we can be, again, rather ungrounded, unfocused, or confused, especially because the sun is in a mutable fire sign, and mutable means changeable. It's all over the place. And Pisces, where Neptune is, its home sign, it's also mutable. So it's also changeable. Neither one of these signs is grounded or stable in any way. So this can have us kind of floating through life or floating through circumstances, not paying attention. So there can be a lack of clarity regarding, again, this idea of who we are and what we're supposed to be doing and how we're projecting ourselves out into the world. On Thursday, December 19th, we've got Venus, who rules love and relationships, money and finances, values, and our sense of self-value or self-worth. She's currently an independent individuality sign of Aquarius. Aquarius also rules freedom as well. And Venus in Aquarius is in a positive connection on Thursday to Jupiter, who rules expansion, abundance, prosperity, our belief systems, higher knowledge and wisdom. And Jupiter is in the sign of Gemini right now. And Gemini is also a sign that rules information, thoughts, ideas, perceptions, perspectives. So Jupiter wants to expand into all this information. And right now, with this positive connection between Venus and Jupiter, there can be an ease of communication, an ease of flow of new ideas, downloads, upgrades, things happening on a higher level regarding information that's coming in through the crown chakra. The other thing is that Venus is known as a planet of blessings. Jupiter is known as the great benefic or the great planet of blessings. And because they're coming together in a positive way, this can really produce a lot of positive things. So be on the lookout for prosperity and abundance and blessings of all kinds, especially in regards to communication, networking, other forms of information, emails, text messages, connecting with groups of like-minded people, being social, going to social gatherings, and anything that deals with that whole kind of air element, which is all about that communication realm, the thought realm. And then on Saturday, the 21st of December, this is when the sun moves out of Sagittarius and into Capricorn. So this is the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. For those of you that are in the southern hemisphere, it's your summer solstice. The sun is in Capricorn until January 19th. So of course it's about a month, which is typical. The sun moves through each sign of the zodiac in about a month's time. And as the sun is in Capricorn, what does Capricorn rule? Because this is how the sun is shining its light. It's the lens through which it's shining its light, Capricorn. So this is about our goals, our ambitions, our hard work, our effort, our organization, our patience, our persistence, our who we are out in the world, right? So it's all about our career path, life path, destiny path. Who are we out in the world? How do we want to shine our light? So we're starting to think about, as we end this year of 2024, we're almost at the end of this year, getting ready for a new year. We're starting to think about our goals. What are our goals, right? What are the next steps we want to take? And who do we want to be? And it's also about self-reflection here with this winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere. So reflecting on the past year. What have we accomplished that we wanted to? What didn't we accomplish maybe that we had in mind that we wanted to? And it's not to judge yourself, but it's just to kind of evaluate or reevaluate what the next steps are, what the next processes will be. So this is a time to kind of be still, be within. We're going to start to formulate a plan, but really this is a time of rest and renewal and silent wisdom and just kind of paying attention to our inner sense of healing during this time of the winter solstice. So that's what's going on astrologically. Let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides. So the first card, and this is again the Animal Wise Tarot, so it does have animals on it. The first card is the Page of Ancients. This is the Page of Wands or the Page of Fire in the traditional tarot. The animal associated with it is the chameleon. So what is a chameleon? It's like that. It reminds me of Neptune having turned back to direct motion recently. And Neptune rules that chameleon-like energy where we can shapeshift and we can become who we need to be at any particular moment in time, right? And it says at the bottom, news of changing environment. And what do we have on Wednesday, the 18th? We've got the sun, which is our expression, our physical expression out in the world. And it's challenging Neptune, right? Neptune is that changing, go with the flow, chameleon-like energy. So this is about our energies kind of shifting and changing to merge and meld and mold into whatever it is we feel like we need to be in any particular moment. Now, that could be portrayed as wearing a mask of illusion. And so that might be part of it. Maybe we're unsure of who we're supposed to be, or we're unsure of who we are at this moment. And so we're kind of trying on different faces, trying on different masks. This is also a beneficial thing in a lot of ways, because maybe we need to be one way with this person in our lives, but maybe in a different situation we need to be another way. It's like a chameleon. A lot of times we're different at work or in our career than we are at home or with our family. So we just have to kind of notice, are we trying to disillusion people? Are we trying to confuse people? Or are we just trying out different energies right now as a chameleon would? Are we changing our colors? Are we changing our direction? Are we changing our projections to kind of just see what feels right, see what is right for us in this moment, right? Because we're nearing the end of the year. And again, going through this process of this year and getting ready for a new year, maybe we want to wear a different hat, or maybe we want to try on a new persona, or maybe we want to go to that group gathering where we're normally insecure and quiet, and maybe we want to be a little bit more talkative and communicative. So in a sense, we're trying on a different kind of mask, and it's not necessarily a bad mask. So we have to kind of just gauge what is our goals for changing. And this isn't always about just changing ourselves either. It says news of a changing environment. So there's new energies coming in. There's new opportunities coming in. There's a new path coming in, and especially information, because it's a page. The pages are messengers. So this is paying attention to the messages of guidance, especially from the spiritual realm, from your angels and guides, but it can be from people too, because the suit of ancients, or the suit of fire or wands, is the suit of the spiritual realm. So definitely pay attention to the information, the messages that you're hearing or receiving from the universe, from God, from spirit. Okay, let's take a look at the second card here. And the second card is Major Arcana 20. Major Arcana 20 is the Judgment card. In this deck, it's known as the Whale, right? It's the Whale, and it says new depths of creativity. So that's a little different than the traditional Judgment card meaning. New depths of creativity, right? We're going down deep into the depths of the ocean, like the whale. The ocean waters can be symbolizing our emotions, our feelings. So we're diving down deep into the waters of our emotions, of what it is that we feel right now. And this could even be slightly about diving into the spiritual waters, right? And if we dive into the spiritual waters, we can pull up some of our creative gifts and talents. We can tap into our intuitive and psychic gifts, our healing gifts. So this is about discovering those new realms within you, those new depths about you. Now, whales, I think, have a higher consciousness as far as animals go. And so this might also be, I'm hearing something about higher communication. And the whales have a certain kind of like sonar and a certain way of communicating with other whales in their family. So I feel like this is, us connecting to this higher wisdom and knowledge, this higher consciousness, if you will. Now, the Judgment card in the traditional tarot, This is about kind of like a reckoning. It's like getting towards the end of the tarot's journey, right? Because after this is the World card, and that's the last major arcana. So we're getting near the end of a cycle. We're nearing the end of a cycle of learning experience, and we're coming to a point of what we've sown, so shall we reap. It's like what we put out, we're going to get back. And that's not a bad thing either, because perhaps we put out a lot of love, a lot of goodness, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of assistance within this last year, or even within our lives. And if you reflect on that, we're going to be receiving back the blessings. So it's just this reckoning and receiving back what you've given out, what you've sown. This can deal with a lot of past life energies as well. So what you've done and been in past lives, you're now kind of reaping the karma from that. And again, not necessarily bad. This can be good karma. But this is, again, just looking at some of the past life experiences that you've had and coming into, again, this new, deeper understanding of what it is that your soul is learning in this lifetime. Okay, and then the last card came out as 2 cards. So the first of those last 2 cards, this is also Major Arcana. This is Major Arcana 11, the Hermit card. And it's the owl. What a perfect animal symbol for the hermit, right? The owl. It says silent wisdom, vision, and guidance. So this is kind of what our meditation was about. This is kind of what the winter solstice is about, right? It's going within and listening to that silent, still inner voice to receive the higher wisdom and knowledge of the universe. This is the hermit, the seeker on its journey, seeking the light within itself, listening to the intuitive promptings within itself, within himself, herself, right? And the owl is very wise, right? The owl is very reflective. The owl is almost very meditative as an animal goes, right? And so we are taking a cue from the owl. We're being the owl, and we're listening to our inner guidance, not the outer world's guidance, not our parents or our friends' guidance, but what our inner guidance is telling us. This is what the owl's energy is all about, the hermit, the seeker, seeking its own light, seeking its own answers, seeking its own wisdom. Let's see what energy came out with the owl. Okay, this is the 5 of 4-leggeds, or the 5 of Pentacles, or Earth in the traditional tarot, and it is the mouse. And the mouse says, examining life's lessons. So it comes out with the hermit, right? That silent wisdom, that reflection, self-reflection, that meditation on our life's lessons. Again, coming right after the Judgment card makes a lot of sense. So we're at the end of 2024, or nearing the end of 2024. We're examining our past lessons from this year and from our whole life. Maybe from previous lives, if you know what your previous life lessons are, which are obviously a lot of times similar to this life's lessons. And the 5 of Pentacles, sometimes this can be in the traditional tarot, fear of insecurity, or fear of not having enough, or fear of not being enough, or just fear of lack. There's like a lack mentality sometimes with the 5 of Pentacles. So where do you feel lack in your life? Is it financially, or is it within your own gifts and talents? Is it within your own light? And so this is what we want to use, that higher wisdom and knowledge as the inner seeker, the inner guide, the hermit here. We want to go within, we want to use this winter solstice time period to go within and listen to that inner wisdom and knowledge, kind of reflecting on our life's lessons, what we've learned, what we still have yet to learn, where we could have done better, where we've done great, so that we're ready to move into a new year of 2025. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the message, depending on your stone of choice, from the Earth Magic deck. And the first stone of choice was the picture jasper. So we'll give that a little shuffle here. And for those of you that chose the picture jasper, this one's calling my attention as I open my eyes. Wow. Can't make this up. Winter solstice, reflection, exactly what we've been talking about, exactly what we're in this week, the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. So you can see this is a time of stillness, right? There's no waves here in this water. It's very still and it's very reflective because you can see the reflection of the trees within the water. You can see the winter snow, which a lot of times we just want to curl up and be silent on the couch by candlelight, read a book, or just think about life and think about ourselves and think about our soul's journey. And that's what this winter solstice card is saying as a special message for you this week. We've got this kind of need to self-nurture is what I'm hearing. So doing self-nurturing this week, that can look like not going out when you don't feel like going out and being social. That can look like taking a nice hot bath to warm your bones up, making a nice big pot of soup. That could look like going out and connecting with friends and family, you know, if that's what feeds your soul, if that's what calls to you right now. But whatever you do, make sure that you take that time by yourself, for yourself, in self-reflection. And again, do this, do the hermit of going within and looking at what's coming through as far as wisdom and knowledge from your higher self, and examine those life's lessons. Okay, let's put that back in the deck in case somebody else gets it. The second stone of choice was the Ecos. Yes, I'm going to say it's Ecos. O-C-O-S, geode. So for those of you that chose the Ocos geode, special message. This one's calling my attention. Nope, they're saying no, they wouldn't let me pick it. I'm picking the top one. Vulnerability and meadow. Okay, so you might feel a little vulnerable right now. You might feel like you're in this wide open space that seemingly has nowhere to go. I mean, being in a wide open space like this meadow and looking at the mountains in the background feels pretty nice to me. But if you're looking for direction, this could be like, wow, there's such a wide open space. I could go left, I could go right, I could go north, I could go south. I don't know which way to go, east, west. And it's beautiful, right? I'm in this beautiful place, or potential beautiful place, looking at this potential beautiful scenery off in the background, but I'm not quite sure what the best path is to get there, right? There's not really a path that's shown here. So I feel a little vulnerable right now. I'm unsure as to my direction. I'm unsure how to get to the goal. I'm unsure what the goal even is, except for I know I want to go towards those mountains. That's my feeling. And there's a lot of beauty here, right? There's some sunflowers, which rules the solar plexus chakra, your center of personal power, confidence, and courage. We've got some purple flowers. I don't know if they're lilacs. Purple rules the crown chakra for higher wisdom and knowledge and understanding. You put those two chakras together and you're receiving the messages, the higher wisdom and knowledge, the claircognizance through the crown chakra so that you can own your personal power and be confident and courageous to just start blazing a trail, to just start blazing a path, taking the first step forward, right? Overcoming the vulnerability. It's okay to feel vulnerable, right? But don't stay in this place of vulnerability to the point that it holds you back from taking some sort of future action. I don't feel like the action necessarily has to be now. Right now, you can just be still and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the beauty, enjoy the feeling. But pretty soon as we move into the new year, you're going to want to just take a step and just use your intuition as to which direction is going to lead you towards these newfound goals back here represented by the mountains. All right, let's put that card back in the deck. And then the last stone of choice is the leopard skin jasper. So special message this week for leopard skin jasper people. Leopard skin jasper people. This one. Wow, shape-shifting with the clouds. Okay, the clouds are like shapeshifters, right? We look up at and on a sunny day that's partly cloudy and the clouds are constantly shifting its shape, shifting its energy. And so this is all about you being able to be a shapeshifter, to shift your energy. It's almost like that earlier message where it was like the chameleon, right? Going back to the page of Ancients. It's like being the chameleon, being able to shift your energy on any particular day, to see, what new energies come out to play. If you're normally a shy person, maybe you want to just, act like you're the total opposite, that you're an extrovert and that you're very outgoing. And maybe it's easier to do around people that you don't know. It's almost like being an actor or actress in Hollywood, right? They play different roles. They become the energy, the persona of that new role that they're playing. That's being a shapeshifter. So imagine that you're an actor or actress in Hollywood and shapeshift your energy, right? If you're normally timid or you hold yourself back, let's just be bold and take a chance and take a risk. It doesn't have to be a big one, right? Start out small, but let's say that you play it safe when you go to a restaurant. You always get the same thing because you like it. Instead, let's say, you know what, I'm going to be bold and I don't know what this is on this menu. I don't know what it's going to taste like, what it's going to look like. Maybe you're at a different culture restaurant and you're like, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to shape shift and I'm going to try something new. So that's a small way to kind of shape shift and try something new. And you can think of others just to kind of, again, get yourself out of the sameness, get yourself out of the what your norm is, what the status quo would be, right? And so it's time to just allow this shape-shifting energy to come into play. And again, be that actor or actress in Hollywood and take on this new energy and this new persona. All right, so I hope you've all enjoyed this weekly energy forecast. If you haven't already watched the monthly energy forecast for December, make sure to go on to my YouTube channel and take a look at that, as well as the special message that comes with that. Other than that, thank you so much, everybody, for your love, your comments, your support. Remember to sign up for my newsletter. There's all kinds of lectures and classes and meditations and other events that are kind of coming up for the new year, right? And I'm excited to connect with you all, however that might look, through a service or a healing session or a lecture, and be able to see where life takes us for 2025. So sending you all lots of love and light until we meet again next week. Namaste.